Hey everybody, welcome back to Oscar's Old Gauge Trains. And for those of you that are new to the channel, thanks for stopping by. So this time around, I really thought I would kind of touch on mistakes that have been made when doing this layout. I made a video about it some time ago, and honestly, it did so well. I had so many comments on it, I thought I'd make another one about some other things that I really don't like about my layout, because I kind of discovered, I probably should have did that differently. And to keep you guys from making that same mistake, I think I just kind of touch on some things and give you something to think about. So rather than talking about it, let's just jump right into it, right here on So first up, I'm going to talk about hills and upcroppings between tracks. So I thought I did all my due diligence when I created this one. And honestly, I just knew I had it covered for everything I have, because what I did is what most people do, is they take their biggest cars and they just push it by it as they're developing the hill or upcropping just to make sure it'll fit. And I did that as well. I've got one here. Got by just fine, right? And I thought, you know what? If I have any other one that just doesn't make it, it'll be my long tanker car. So I pushed that one by. No problems, right? Oh, but I forgot one. And here it comes. And I know you're thinking, well, wait a minute. This one should make it too. So what's the problem? Yeah, man, look at that. Jesus, it just, son of a gun. Damn! You can't imagine how frustrated I was after completing my entire loop, and I can't run all my cars. Oh, that really kind of burned my bridge. But, you know, it's one you chalk up to experience. So the next time I do my next layout, I'll be very careful about those types of things. So the second thing up is I really didn't realize how much of a city planner you have to be to kind of incorporate all the things that you really want in your layout. One of the things that really caught me was the fact that you have to really think about how your sidewalks and the ability for the cars to kind of appear as if they're going to be able to drive right up into an alleyway. Or the example that I have is, I wanted a fire station, and, fire trucks just don't drive off the curve. They have these little ramps there, right? That kind of helps the car get off the street. I didn't think about that. This was developed after the fact, but those are some of the things that you kind of have to think about. I got lucky with like the storm drains there and the sewer caps is because I have a Forstner bit that is the exact same size as that. Let me zoom in there. And I cut that and dropped it in there, dabbed a little glue on it, and off I went. But I got lucky on that one. So those are some of the things you kind of need to think about in the early stages as you're preparing. So next up, so let me just say this now. I'm not picking on Woodland Scenics. I really like their product. As you can see, I have tons of their stuff on my layout. But the one thing that I really don't like, they have two lights that just, man, they just don't produce enough light and give the effect that I was kind of looking for. First up is this industrial lamp. it's on right now. You wouldn't know it unless I take this hand and kind of put it under there. And you can kind of see it a little bit, that there's some shining, but it doesn't shine like that bad boy. Let me see if I can turn off this light just to get an effect. That may help some. Let's see. Man. Oh, good grief. You still can't see it, but it's on. See that little glow? And to me, honestly, I would think it should kind of illuminate this little area right here. Just a little bit, but it doesn't. And the second one, man, I really love this one, is this gooseneck right here. It's on, and you can kind of see just a little glow right there. Let me see if I put the hand under there. You can barely tell. Those two products kind of disappointed me. Everything else they have is a great product. When you turn the lights out, it illuminates like it should. I mean, I've got one there, some on the other layout, on phase one of my layout. I've got a lot of stuff, but the gooseneck and that one kind of underperforms. So if you get that product, you might want to think about maybe rewiring it to be a brighter light. So I'm going to talk real quick about the joiner tracks. They have these little joiners here that allow you to attach the fast track to Atlas or Gargraves or whatever it is you're using. So when I first developed this bridge, I thought, I have all fast track, but I want something special for the bridge just to make it shine a little bit more. And I tell you, what a big disappointment. I thought it would be a smooth transition, but I always get, like, if I'm, highballing or something through here, it's just a little rough. And some of those trains, they kind of decouple sometimes. And I don't like it. And I probably will never use these ever again. I guess on my next layout, I'll probably just do all Atlas, and I won't have that problem. So if you're using joiners, be careful, because you're gonna get a rough transition and it will decouple if you're not taking your time running your trains. So last up, back to city planning again. I've got these railroad crossings here all over my layout. I think I've got 4 total. And I'll say this, even though I have that one there, it's not hooked up right now, primarily because I probably should have done the wiring before coming and, putting all of the grass and the land forms, because it's just easier to do it and test it beforehand. So keep that in mind. I probably will use these at a later time, but right now they're just there sitting. They look good, but they're not flashing. They're not doing what they were supposed to be able to do with all of the electronics that came with it. Well, it was definitely a pleasure just providing a lot of information that hopefully you can use going forward. So, and until next time, you guys, enjoy your layouts.